Hey everybody, it's Erica and Yvonne. Gonna do a show like I'm too grown for that. A lot of times people ask, why are you single? Sometimes you can be single by choice or by chance. Erica and I are both single by choice. If a good person come along, fine. But then again, how do you know they're a good person? Because see, what people do is they show you the good side. And then we always say people change. I, for one, don't believe people change. I think you really get a chance to meet the real person for a chance because they can't keep pretending to be somebody they're not. But what are your thoughts on that, Erica?
No, I don't think people change. I think, like Yvonne said, I think you really get to see the real person. Once you're in the home with that person, you're around that person 24 hours a day, you really get to see their true colors. And I think, as far as being in a relationship, I think you should date a while. And I don't know where dating, these days they don't date no more. And let's call it for what it is. It's either sex and money. And that's it. And the first thing that a guy want to do is have sex when you first meet. And that's not what it is. Like, you can't get to know me in the bed. And that's what a guy told me. He was like, I want to get to know you. Okay, then. So I'm thinking he talking about let's have a conversation. He was talking about the bed. They take can we is a real relationship even real these days? Because it's more geared around sex. So I think we won't know the real person until we with that person 24 hours of the day, because people don't change. People are only going to change if they want to. And you have to be, and that's what us girls don't understand. If the guy want to change and be better and want to do right by you, he's going to do that. But if he don't change, that means he's not trying to be right at all. So you have to make a choice whether you're going to just settle for anything or you're going to stand for something. And me personally, I'm going to stand for something because I'm just not going to settle for the first thing. I don't want to be with someone just to say I have somebody. Because what does that mean? Like, what you gonna get out of that just being with a person because you have somebody and he treating you like crap. He's messing around with other people and all kind of stuff. And it's just not working no more. Even with relationships, girls playing the second fiddle, being a side chick. That's something else that I don't understand because I don't want to be the side chick. Now, we could talk and we can date. Now, if I find out I'm the side chick, it's a different story because we done. That's just like I won't play with a married man. I won't play with a married man. And my reasons is if I was to get married, I know my marriage is gonna be tested because men gonna do what they're gonna do. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't want my marriage to be tested because I was in somebody else's marriage. So I don't play with married men. But if I find out you're married, we done. Because we have nothing to do. Because first of all, you didn't respect me. Because if you would have respected me, you would have knew that I don't play with no married man. And you just be truthful. And I think what a lot of this is relationship as grown people, we're not being honest. We're living a facade. Like, I'm gonna make you think I'm gonna dress up and I'm gonna look like this and make you think this is what it is. But in actuality, you ain't shit.
Yeah, that's right. And that when you said that, a married man, it reminded me when I was younger. I'm talking about in my 20s. Went to the club. This guy come up to me, and first thing I used to ask back then, "Are you?" I still ask that question. Are you married? He said,
Mm-hmm.
"No, my wife." He said, "No, but my wife is." I'm like, "If you don't get away from me," he told me no, but his wife is. Now, what kind of thing is that? Now, you think I want to get involved with somebody like that?
Oh.
Then you wonder how many times people use that line and how
Mm-hmm.
many times people fall for that.
Mm-hmm. But
And then another
girls
thing too
are
is,
accepting that. They're
yeah,
they're accepting the whole married man. They're okay with being the second person. I'm not okay with being the second person. I don't want to be the second person.
Mm-mm. Nope, not at all.
I
And
mean, I
then
want to be.
especially when guys got children, you know, when just looking at that's like the baby mama drama. Oh my
Oh my
God. It seems like every time it's Friday, she needs something, you know, and it's just like, wait a minute. Your baby's a year old. So you was just in her life a year ago. Now you
God.
trying to be with me. If I would
Yeah,
have known you had a baby a year old, I wouldn't have got involved with you.
right.
Because now here comes this lady calling every Friday. The baby need this, the baby need that.
And
And
they're
then when you
always
know what's
using that.
wrong, when you offer to take them something, take the lady something, no, I take it, but he don't want you to go. Like, wait a minute,
Why
y'all
can't I?
over. Why I can't go with you?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I go? If we're
Yeah.
in a relationship and you say, I'm all open, if you have a child and we're together, I want to meet your baby mama because I
Yep.
want your baby mama to know who your child is going to be around and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. And if it was me, I want that. I want to know who my child is around, who's in my child company because there's just so much going on these days. So, I had a situation. I was dating this guy. He was single and we was gone together. When I said brother was clean as the bowl of hell every day, he was clean. So I'm like, something about you because somebody who got a job and have money is not clean every day. And so one day we just was talking and he asked me to go out, like let's go out. I was like, okay, then so I'm thinking we actually gone out on a date. And he was like, "Oh, you gonna pick the bill up?"
What?
I'm like,
No, I
"Wait,
left my purse at home.
what?" I'm like, "Wait, what? What you mean? Oh, you gonna pick the bill up? Because I thought you was gonna pick the bill up." He was clean, and this goes back to when I say people give you perceptions.
Mm-hmm.
It was he was clean. He had a nice car, but this Negro was broke.
But how you know it was his car? You check the registration. It could
The
have somebody else's name,
registration
and
was
that's
in
another
his
thing
name.
too. Yeah.
Everything in his name. But he was broke. He was living, he was working like these little restaurant jobs that wasn't really, he was just barely making ends meet with the job.
Hmm.
So he was putting on this facade. So he wanted to make me think he have money. That don't impress me. Come with some respect. You treat me good. Don't come with because you have a nice car and you clean and you this. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's not what I want. I want somebody that's gonna treat me with respect.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not materialistic like that. You know, and then and that yeah, that brings me back to a lady that I met a while back. Um, she was we were just talking. She was my neighbor actually, and we were just talking, and then she said, "Oh, girl, I got to go in the house because my phone man coming over." And like most time people don't have house phones anymore. Since cell phones came up, people got rid of their house phone. So I'm like, something wrong with your phone? So I'm like, girl, no, it's the dude that's paying my phone bill, my phone man. I'm like, what? I said, what? She said, yeah. She said, I got a phone man will pay my phone bill. I got a rent man to pay my rent bill. I got a light man. I got a car man. I'm like, well, I'll be doggone. So one day I was joking around with my oldest son, and I was telling him about that. I said, make sure you don't become a phone man or a water bill man. He said, what that mean, mama? So I told him, and he said, oh man, I just found out that I was the food man because every time this girl called me over, she have her girlfriends over, and she tell me to stop and get pizza. I'm like, what? I had a son that was the pizza man, the food man. Girl, girl, that cracked me up to this day. Here I am, my stupid self, thinking because I don't think like that. I don't get no man to pay my bills. I don't have a phone
Mhm.
man, a light man, or all that. So that cracked me up when she told me the phone man was coming. Me, my stupid self, thinking like the cable man coming.
Me too. I would
Yeah, well, I didn't think
have
the
people
man
coming
was coming with the
AT&T.
money. And I'm just like, okay. So to myself, I'm not trying to say I'm better than everybody, but a lady like that, me and her can't be friends because you know what happened? The first time I got a dude coming over, she gonna be meeting him at the parking lot, trying to make him the sidewalk man. Come on now.
Or the food man, because she
Yeah,
thought,
I'm telling you, the man you
you
meet on the
know,
sidewalk and talk to him.
I mean, I don't knock people for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But as a woman, you should have your own money. Like taking care of your own self. Him doing stuff is just the cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
So like you bring in the bread, you know,
Yeah.
because then that puts you in this predicament to where when he
Yeah.
want to stay and do stuff, you have no
Mm-hmm.
choice but to do it because you taking his money.
Yep.
So then now you're obligated. So he'll feel like if he the rent man, he gonna feel like he could come in there when he get ready because he the rent man.
Oh, but wait a minute now. See, that's why I wrote my book. A lot of people say, is this book, fiction or nonfiction? Like you figure it out. But sometimes stuff happens just like in your life, have enough stuff happen in your life to where you could write a book about what happened. This guy, and I won't call his name, but it's not even important his name.
Right.
But he was paying a lady's rent. Now she had a child, and she was like, "No, you can't stay because I have a child to respect my child."
Mm-hmm.
But one day he work outside. So sometimes when you work outside and they got like hurricanes and stuff, so they don't let you work. So he work off the Gulf Coast, so they had a hurricane coming, so he was off. So he think he going to surprise her with flowers and food. She go down. This dude bigger than him come open the door when he knocked with his boxers on. Talking about, yeah, dude, who you? Who you? I'm the dude that's paying the rent on this thing. Where's, so and so. She come to the door. Oh, let me explain. But you didn't tell me you was coming over. Talking about, I pay your bills here. And
Right.
who's this dude in his boxer? You told me I can't spend a night. Oh, this is such and such daddy. Wait a minute. So I'm paying for you and your daughter's daddy to stay here? Oh man, come on now. So he called me, told me about that. He said, Yvonne, man, I just really found out I've been a fool. Like, yeah, you can't spend the night because the daddy was there spending the nights.
And you just was paying the bills that she needed, or his broke ass probably couldn't pay.
So who was he? He was the rent man.
So he had control over who comes in that house and who
Mm-hmm.
don't come in that house. And see, that's
Yeah.
how you get yourself into a situation. That could have turned out really bad. Like that
And
could
he
have.
was a co-signer because she didn't have enough credit to get the apartment. So he was a co-signer on it.
So he had a whole lot of shots called in that situation. You
That
know,
was just messed up.
you
Some
know,
some people have good men, and I want to say that because we're talking
they
about
do.
men. There are some good men in here,
They
out
still
here.
do.
There
Mm-hmm.
are some good women, but a lot of times conditions and relationships has made people sway from being an easy target. Because sometimes people, like they say, they take your kindness for your
For your
weakness,
weakness. Mm-hmm.
and that has happened a whole lot.
Especially as for females like ourselves that
Mhm.
work, that take care of ourselves and do what we need to do. We are, they don't like us. They
Mm-mm.
really don't. They treat us bad. They say we too high and mighty. They don't want to be bothered with us. But you have to put yourself in a predicament where you're respected. You can't
Yeah.
just go around and just keep letting people disrespect you. And that's where we come in, and us women, we just settle sometimes. And us as women, we gotta stop settling just for the first thing. We gotta do better. We don't have to. As a woman, you don't have to settle. If you know your worth and you know what you bring into the table, you don't have to settle at all. And
Yeah.
I like being single, it has its ups and it has its downs. It have its moments and it have its not so good moments. And at this point in my life, I choose to be single. And I choose to be single because I want to protect my peace and my mental. Because people will make you go off the deep end. People do some shit and you got to step back. You got to look at people. You really got to look at them like, what the hell you thinking about? Why did you do that? Or why did you say that? And people will sit down, grown people will sit down and just lie.
Yep.
And
That's
you go through so much. You go through so much in relation and past relationships until you get burnt out.
mm-hmm.
Like you honestly get to the point you're burnt out. You can give so much and keep giving and keep giving and keep giving until you get tired. Like you just get to the point where you get tired. You know, I'm a nice person. I do my best. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but I just put my best foot forward. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? That's all you can do. But you don't have to let nobody just misuse you, or you don't have to settle for the first okie doke that come around.
Yep. There you go.
Like we don't
Yep.
have to settle. You know, we gotta stop settling because I'm 40. I'm 40 and I just don't want to be by myself. Being single is
But
good.
you by yourself because someone is sitting in the room with you, and like that song say, they sitting here. My body's here, but my mind is on the other side of town. I don't want you just to be a shell or a body just sitting here. You
Absolutely.
know, if your mind is on the other side of town, then go over there. You know, don't be sitting there playing, feeling sorry for me coming home if that's not where you want to be.
And occupying goddamn space. You know,
Yeah,
don't occupy no damn space here. Keep going. You know,
yeah.
and I have my moments. I have my moments where, damn, you know, I'm going home to an empty house tonight. You know, but then I'm like, the bullshit that I gotta go through, I gotta be lied to. I gotta worry about if you cheating on me or nothing else.
While
So
you at work, you now he's not working. You at work, and he's bringing people into your house in your bed while you at work. You
and,
know,
and it's
and
too
and,
much
and you
out
sitting
here.
there going like, yeah.
And we
Well,
have
that's
going on out here. So I mean, we
and you know, and once you catch a person in their life, you don't want to keep hitting them over the head, but then in your mind, you start thinking everything that come out his mouth is gonna be a lie. And
right.
I'm sure men feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Everything once they catch us in a lie, they think everything that comes out mouth is gonna be a lie. And relationship is bad. You know, it's bad when the one person try to make it work, and the other person is just going along with emotion.
It is.
Then you got people that sit down, you gotta go outside and talk on the phone. Like, wait a minute, I can be quiet. I'm an adult. If you're on the phone, you don't have to go outside. Oh,
Right,
this my
but you
mama.
gotta go outside
You got to
anyway.
go outside to talk to them.
Oh, better
Yeah, I got to go outside and talk to you.
why you gotta leave your phone in your car? Like, why we doing that? Why you leaving your phone in your car, sir? I mean, I have a
Yeah.
I have a friend. She going through the whole situation. She's like, I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be by myself. So now you just settling for somebody that really don't come around. And it's just I guess it's just the infatuation that she have somebody. And she was like, oh, you need to date. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all
Some
right.
women got that. I don't mean to cut you off. Some women got that mentality is a half a man or a piece of man is better than no man at all. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. I don't want no half a man. I don't want a piece
Who
of
said
man.
that? Better
I
right
got a
said
whole
that,
piece.
huh?
I don't buy pieces. I don't buy pizzas by the slice. I buy a whole piece. If I eat it all today, fine. If I don't, I for tomorrow. But I'm not going to buy no one slice of pizza. I'm sorry. That's me.
Who was that? Better right sung that song, huh? Having a piece of man is better than having no man.
Yeah.
I don't want a
No.
pizza man. I want a whole man. I want us to be where we can sit down and have conversations. And I don't have to worry about you telling me a
Mm-hmm.
lie to my face and no good and well. That's a goddamn lie. Trust, because trust is very important in a relationship. If we don't have trust, we don't have anything. And that's my
Don't
motto.
have anything.
If I can't trust you, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like
Mm-hmm.
trust is everything. So when you don't have trust in You just gotta let it go, and it's gonna be all right. And not saying that every guy is like that, because they have good guys out here, and they're just like us as good women. They get tired too, so they just kind of knuckle up and do what they have
Yeah.
to do. Stay focused. But we have to come to some agreement that we gotta start being grown. Like, we gotta stop lying and thinking it's okay, because that shit ain't okay. Because at the end of the
It's
day,
not.
at the end of the day, when you really look at it, you're not lying to that person, because in actuality, that person really don't give a shit anyway. So you are
Mm-hmm.
lying to yourself. Because when you
Yep.
tell one lie, you got to tell another lie, and you're going to get tired of them lies, because then you're going to get burnt out, and then you're going to change the whole thing. It's going to become my fault now. Because that's what they do, reverse the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. Well, it's your fault. You shouldn't have did this, or you shouldn't have
And
made
and,
it
and,
like that.
and a word for that when they reverse it called air of confusion. They will make you think it's your fault because it's the air of confusion. Once you like, well, baby, you did this. Well, what about you? What about me? We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you right now. Yeah, but you did. I did what? Back in 1960 something. They bringing up old stuff, but I'm
They
talking about
gonna
something that
find,
happened yesterday. Talking
they
about
gonna,
whatever.
they gonna dig up
That's
some
passion
shit.
that just happened yesterday.
They gonna dig up stuff when you
Oh, that,
first.
that happened. That's old stuff.
It's just
Yeah.
I mean, it all boils down, it's okay to be single. It really is okay to be single, but it's gotta be what you want. At the end of the day, it's gotta be what you want. What you want. You gotta make sure your mental and everything is involved, and you gotta be okay with it, because eventually it's gonna get better. But I choose to be single. I chose
Mm-hmm.
to be single because I need to work on me and focus more on myself. And if somebody come along, I'm not saying I'm not going to open a door, but right now it's a choice, because I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of being cheated on. I'm tired of giving my all, because at the end of the
Taking
day, that's
for
all you.
granted.
So
Getting up, getting home from work, you got to cook, and the person that's not working even take something out, go out so you can cook. So now you got to come home and cook or something to cook. They've been home all day and they didn't even think enough to just, hey, take something down for me to cook. Even
right,
after you text them, call them something to do it, they don't do it.
no,
So
because
it's
all kind of shit with them.
it's just, yeah. And you would think that when people get married, it's like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about it. But it's just like what you were saying the other day. Sometimes married people cheat more than single people. You know, it is, and it's just like they married, and they sitting there, and especially on Facebook, dudes, y'all need to stop trying to flirt with everybody who got their little green light on, man. Everybody got their green light on at 2 o'clock in the morning. Is not looking for no phone sex, no video sex, or whatever. A lot of people want you to video chat. So stand up, let me turn around, let me see what you're working with. Dude, I'm not standing up. I'm not turning around. You're not seeing what I'm working with.
Right, because
I'm not doing it. That's not what I'm on
in the
here
morning,
for.
right at 2 o'clock in the morning, I could be just on there just to kind of come down, to relax my mind, to maybe go to sleep. Not your shit,
Or
because
maybe something came into your head about an idea of how to promote your book or how to promote your aroma beads. And you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go and just put it out there.
mm-hmm.
You're not on there looking for sex or something like that. It's just craziness.
Yeah, it
At the
is.
bottom line,
Go ahead.
at the bottom line, what are your I can say requirements when you meet somebody and you talk to them? What do you expect in the first 24 hours that you meet that person?
I expect you the first 24 hours, the first 2 minutes, I expect you to tell me the truth about your damn name. And not lie and tell me you're a different
Yeah.
name. Be honest, be you. That's what I expect. If you is different and you is goofy, be you, because you just never know how much that shit might be. I might like that. But I
Yeah.
expect you to be, I expect you to be you in the first 2 hours. I expect you not to lie. I expect you to tell me the truth in the first 2 hours. And
Yeah.
we gonna work something out for the 24 hours.
Gotta get through the first hours first, right?
Yeah, let's get through the first 2 hours. Be yourself. I want you to be your authentic self, and whatever that may be, just be you. Don't lie, because if I feel like I can't trust you, I'm not gonna want to be around you anyway. So be you and be truthful.
Yeah, for me, it's basically the same thing. But I expect for you to tell me the truth. I'm not going to ask you where you work at. The first 24 hours, I'm not asking you where you work at, what kind of car you drive, because right there, it's not really that important. If touch on what type of work you do, that's something different than where you work at. You know, and people always say, "What do you do for a living?" And so you get stuck on that, and then next thing you know, does it pay good? I mean, really, at this point, that's none of your business if it pays good or not. You want to know what I do for a living, just so that you know that I'm doing something with myself. I'm not expecting you to take care of me. I have a job,
Right.
but I do expect for you to respect me. I don't expect for you to start telling me I love sex. I love sex. Sex is my thing. I love sex. Oh, yeah, I know. You told me.
You told me that
What
the
kind of
first
sexual,
5 minutes.
what kind of sexual positions you like? I don't know. And the one question that drives me up the wall is this, and some people don't know why. So, Yvonne, what do you do for fun? Okay, let me go pull out my list of fun things to do. It's not like I have a list of things I like to do for fun. For fun, if that's the case, it is not fun. How
Right.
do you pre-plan fun?
How do you pre?
Reading a book to me can be fun. Watching Murder She Wrote for the 50th time can be fun. I, I don't have a list, a book list. Hold on a minute. Let me get my book a list of fun. Here's what I like to do for fun. Right here. Here's my list of fun. Right here. You see that? That's my list. That's what I like to do. But I don't have a list. And that right there blames me.
You know what the answer they really want to know when they ask you to
Yeah.
do. You know what it is.
What do you like to do for fun? Yeah.
I mean, we just
How yeah. So all those type of questions are dead giveaways. Like, okay, this person is not the right person for me. Let me move on. Like they say, move around.
Let's move around. Yeah. Another thing that I don't like. I don't like that whole thing. Let me get to know you. Okay, let me get to know you in the bed. How you gonna get to know me in the bed? Like, how you about to get to know?
Want to know what kind of positions you want to do. Yeah, that's craziness.
It's just
So before we go, I want you to talk a little bit about your books. The Journey, which I really love that title, because when someone reads it, they can realize why you call it a journey, because truly life is a journey. And each
and I
is a
actually
chapter actually in your life. Is 1 year, 6 months in your life.
right. The Journey. I actually don't even have the Journey. I sold the book today, and I had the book. I sold it today, but the Journey is based off of my life. I felt like I wanted to tell the story. The Journey is a girl that was born in a project. I stopped reading on my mama twice. I couldn't read. And that was one of my big things that I never wanted to share with anybody about, that you couldn't read. Like, I couldn't read up until I think the 11th grade is when I really started catching on. I was shamed because I had messed with a boy and he went around and told people about it. And I was in a domestic violence relationship. And everything in between, you have to go get the book, The Journey.
Yeah, don't spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
You have to, everything is in between, but everything, the journey is based off of my life. It's my life. I give you my life. I give you the real Erica. So you have to go to Amazon and purchase it on Amazon and get your copy. I also have Sister I Got Your Back. And that's me and my godchild. But the it was about a young girl, she was young in a relationship, and my godchild is young. And I wanted to portray that image of us as young girls. Young girls get into these relationships and they don't know. Sister I Got Your Back is about two girls. One was from out of town. She came to New Orleans and they became best friends. And that's why I come up about, well, give a sister a hug, which this is my shirt with my author, but I have Give a Sister a Hug. Give a Sister a Hug is based off of Sister I Got Your Back, because we all have to have that one sister that we can rely on, or that I can pick up the phone or she can pick up the phone and call, and we don't have to talk. But us as women, we have to come together. We have to stop putting each other
And
down.
empower each other.
Empower
Yeah.
him. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
empower. We need to start empowering each other more and not put each other down. So that's what Give a Sister a Hug is all about: empowering each other, bringing each other together, whether we white, black, green, or purple. We all are females. Have that one conversation. And I challenge any female that's watching this show now. I challenge you to have a conversation with one female. Y'all go have coffee and you will realize how much that you have in common with that other sister. Me and Yvonne, we just start talking and come to find out we have so much in common. And she's in Texas, I'm in New Orleans. So we did not know each other, but it takes a conversation. So I encourage you, sisters, just take time today and just have that one conversation with that one sister, and you're gonna be amazed on how much you guys have in common.
And
Yes.
learn to love yourself. Another thing too, because because we have to first love ourselves before we allow somebody else to love us. And a lot of times I've heard women say this, girl, I don't know why he with her. I look better than her. Maybe it's not about looks. We start putting ladies down, and it's bad enough that other people look at you and judge you. Men look at you and judge you. You
All
either
day.
too slim, too big, not thick enough, not tall enough, too short. All of that. We don't need women look at us going, "Oh, you too this, you too that." Try to not to be so negative with a sister. Some people won't tell you, "Hey, that dress look good on you," or "that hat on you," because they are afraid that you're gonna become their competition.
And we
It's
not.
it's enough people out there for you don't have to feel like being pushed out, or that's my competition. I don't look at another woman, oh, she's my competition, because everybody got their own preference. And that's the thing about it. We've got to, like you said, stop putting it down, start empowering each other.
And bringing each other up, in business, we have to start working together. Men work together all the time. Men work together on us. Like it is what it is. We need to start more coming together and helping one another, not kicking each other down. It's okay to tell that sister she's
Yeah.
beautiful, because you don't know what she's going through. So if you tell that sister she's beautiful, you just don't know how much of that gonna make her day. Or even just give her a smile. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do anything. It's the smaller things that really makes a difference,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know what she's going through. You don't know what she's dealing with behind closed doors, because us
Yeah.
females, we wear masks. Us females, we
All the
wear
time.
masks all the time. And it's okay to not be okay. last week I had a whole mental meltdown. And it's okay for me to be not okay. You know, I juggle a
Yeah.
lot. I have a full-time job. I have two small business. I'm in school. I'm working on my second master's in mental health, and I still take care of my mama, even though she's in a nursing home. It's okay not to be okay. We gotta drop the masses, sister. We can't. You can't hold the mask all the time. It's
Can't hold
okay.
it all the time.
It's okay to not be
Yep.
okay. Have that day. Take that day. If you need to take that day, take that day because it's okay.
Yep.
And that's my word today.
Okay. Well, like I said,
Also,
we,
I want
we're gonna try to have our little talks so that we can encourage women to love themselves and not just settle for anything. So, is there anything final you want to say before we end our little too grown for that talk?
um ladies, stop settling for anything. We don't have to settle. You are amazing. You are beautiful, and you are worth the love that you give. So we don't have to settle for anything. And it's okay to be single because it's fun being single sometimes. Because I can come in this house and
Well,
I gotta hear nobody damn mouth but mine. Nobody. But it's
yeah.
okay. It's not gonna make
And if you wake up and you don't feel like and you don't feel like cooking, you can just get your bowl of cereal.
if you feel like eating a
Yep.
bowl of ice cream, all
Well,
that ice cream, you ain't gotta worry about it.
yep. There you go. Well, it's nice to have a chat with you. You know, it was non-formal. Like I tell people, we don't plan this ahead of time because it's we want it to be just natural to talk, just make it a natural conversation, to be real, to talk about the real life situations that we've been through and that we still going through. And just like your book says, the journey, you know, we got a journey and our journey is going to continue.
Yes.
Until next time, we're going to tell everybody peace out and we'll see you on the other side of the social media world.